So round to Bosca.
Right.
And he's going to raise.
Griffin, do you think everyone's going to play relatively honestly right now to kick things off?
I think that that Wellenbach will probably be opening up pretty much hands that he just wants to play. I don't think he's going to have a lot of,
is it open?
you know, informing experience playing, you know, final tables and the like. So he might just sort of like, you know, if he likes a hand to play, he'll open it up. And, you know, I think Strelitz is going to have to play pretty tight with Chino on his left, who likes to see a lot of flops. Interesting to see Bosca elect to open up this combination into Ream's big blind, but wasn't willing to open up the King 7 off at the cutoff when he just had to get through Wellenbach. No surprise to see a quick call here from Ream. Him check raising a ace jack queen board would really get the alarm bells going for Bosca. So
I like the quick call there too, because I think a lot of times that can come off as that you're on a draw. So as like
or that you have middling strength, like a queen X hand or a raggy ace.
Just a hand you
maybe a jack 10
pre-decided you wanted to see another card.
Yeah, it's difficult for Bosca not decide to barrel here. He's gonna, but you know, he's gonna expect some folds from some queen X's. You know, I mean, Chino's gonna call queen 7 suited from the big. You know, jack 9 off, hands like this that really won't be able to withstand pressure on the turn. But and also Bosca knows that he blocks the king 10. So there aren't a lot of massive hands that Ream should have here on this board from the big blind. And Ream just loving life right now. Complete rainbow texture.
So the board pairs on the river.
Hard to know.
Left with just 10 high.
Yeah, and just under a pot-sized bet left. He is reaching for chips, and it's hard to blame him. I mean, Ream's not often going to call twice with just a jack here. So a lot of the times he is going to have an ace X on the flop, calling twice.
Forward motion there.
Maybe trying to get a bit of a read from Chino.
Not the bad river.
What do you think this is? Football, James?
Yep.
Forward motion.
Wow.
Next, you're going to want to look at the instant replay.
For you.
Yeah.
Scott Wellenbach in the small blind.
400.
Raise the 400,000.
All in.
All in.
Oh, look at this.
Oh. I thought you might do that, and I was wondering what I was going to do.
It's okay. It happened very quickly. You can take some.
I call.
Hey, he
Oh,
calls.
yeah.
Wow, big flip here.
Yeah.
Potentially for 6th place.
Oh man, 4 million chips in this pot.
We got 3 versus ace jack.
Great moves by both players. This just happens sometimes.
Chino should have called there.
I would have called.
That's different from whether I should have.
I would have every time, yes. You did nothing wrong.
Thank you.
Win or lose, you did nothing wrong in the hand. Neither did he.
Understood.
Understood.
Thank you, Chino. 51% for Strelitz. 49%
He has ace jack.
for Wellenbach. For Strelitz tournament life. 9-9-4. Paired board, never that great of a sign, but at least there's no ace and no jack.
No backdoor flush draw available for Wellenbach. Still 38% on the flop. Eats a raise. Ooh.
Ace on the turn, all but seals the deal for Daniel Strelitz. Needs a 3 for the Deoxy Rival double helix double up. He gets there on the river. What?
Sick kid.
Whoa.
It's 2,010,000.
Oh, okay.
All right, just give it a
All right.
second. My
Calm
goodness.
down, dude.
You're gonna get paid. Double up.
Oh, too bad. 9
Definitely
cents
saw the
unlucky.
ace,
2,010,000.
Brian Altman under the gun. Ace 3 of diamonds. What is that? Eggs? Folds around to Dave Ream. Pocket
Oh.
queens.
Oh man, I mean, Altman just made a sick move with 9-8. Now he actually has the perfect type of hand to pull the trigger with again, and the chip leader is raising you. Sometimes you just want to make a stand in it. Chino's playstyle is not really to put a lot of pressure from the big blinds. Whoa, there you go, all in a call.
Wow, Wade, Chino Ream in a
Чувак,
much
захочешь
better
стрибать
position.
против
Wow,
тебя.
Brian Altman's eyes are bugging out right now. He is in much worse shape than
Yeah.
Daniel Strelitz was on the last hand.
Oh man, that's rough. He had a really good hand for that type of move, but you know, Chino isn't really the kind of player. Chino likes to play a lot of flops. He's in the big blinds.
He
He can complete
raises a
the
lot.
action.
He doesn't 3-bet light very
Yeah.
often. At least he hasn't the last
What do you
couple of
think I
days.
have? You think I have that one?
Ну, и это как бы пас такой, easy to street.
We managed to avoid a 6th-place elimination 1 hand ago.
Oh wow, Altman is.
Brian Altman is drawing super thin. Just 2 cards to come. His only out right now are 3 aces. Will he get the miracle 3 on the river? Just like Daniel Strelitz, he can now hit one of those or an ace. Otherwise, it's bye-bye in 6th place. And he is sweating it hard. The river's a 10. That's it for Brian Altman. Heartbreaking finish.
Wow.
Brian, it's really great to meet you. I hope our case.
Ace Jack of diamonds for Vicent Bosca.
I want to say he's going to put all the chips in now, but there's been a couple spots where he really hasn't done what I thought he would do.
Well, we can see he's got a 14 big blind stack, just shy of 1.8 million. Playing a time bank card. Gets an additional 30 seconds on the shot clock.
There's the absolutely right way to play this hand.
Well, it's a raise rather than a limp, but it's not all in. He's open to 260,000. And Chino calls in the big blind with 5-3 of clubs. The flop, Queen 10-3 with 2 diamonds. Huge draws for Bosca. Chino has paired his 3.
Could bet about a 3rd pot here and then set yourself up for a pot size shove on the turn.
300K into 700K. Chino shoves on Bosca, and Bosca calls all in.
Not a
we're good.
huge whoops,
We're ahead.
Chino.
A pair versus a gutter, flush draw, and 2 overs.
We're ahead.
No.
The short stack.
We're not in. It's
We're ahead.
Chino 5-3.
Chino is ahead for now, but Bosca is a statistical favorite.
A head can be very fleeting in these type of situations.
Check it.
Bosca has more outs than you can shake a stick at.
It's all in for 1.5.
Board pairs on the turn. And now Chino is a statistical favorite. However,
More outs.
Bosca's got 19 outs. Diamonds, jacks, queens, kings, aces. This could be a case of too many out syndrome.
I'll take another 10.
I'm surprised he hasn't started walking away. That always works.
That is a blank on the river for Bosca.
Great to meet you.
Used his chip lead well on the final table. Got some nice coolers down the line as well. Some nice holds. Very ambitious play with the 5-3, but it worked out. Chino is asking for a count here because this shove is only about 12 or 13 big blinds. He can certainly
4x from the small blind off the
certainly afford it. But does he want to double up Wellenbach to 4 million on the off chance he has a hand like King Jack? And he does elect to make the call, and shouldn't come as too much of a surprise. Pretty unlucky that Wellenbach actually has a big pair in this spot.
All in for his tournament life. Scott Wellenbach. The Dean.
Yeah. 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 I knew I had a rail. I just didn't know where you were. Thank you for showing up.
Good luck.
Thank
3
you.
outs is 3 outs.
Plus
Some
flush
plus
great stuff.
some possibilities. Scott, I'm not gonna lie, everyone's not rooting for you. Some more outs.
Oh, more outs.
The 67-year-old guy playing for charity has got plenty of fans.
Yeah.
5 outs is 5 outs.
I didn't even know Grinder was here.
I'll take the 7 hearts. I don't mind it.
Chino does pair his deuce on the flop.
That's a good card for you.
That is a good card for Wellenbach, who's now
Yeah.
got
Now it takes some outs away.
some outs stolen from Chino. The river card for Wellenbach's tournament life. It's a queen,
hand.
9s hold.
Get that man a beer. Or whatever you're drinking.
175.
He only has so many hands, Scott.
Nice hand.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry.
Vexler with 20 big blinds in the big blind. He's just going to stuff it in there. If Vexler wakes up with 2 big hook cards, and he does. And here we go.
Good one.
Off to the races.
We are flipping.
All in. Guys, there's an all in. 6s versus ace queen.
Flip.
Chino versus Pavel. 6s.
6s. 6s.
Yeah.
For that.
King deuce.
13.
This is crazy. Flipping for 4th place.
You're ahead, man. Good luck.
Good luck. You too.
Chino Ream holds the pocket pair, 2 6s for him. Vexler is going to need to hit to stay alive in this tournament. He's made more appearances at our featured table over this festival than anyone else. He's going to need to hit an ace or a queen as his immediate outs. Wow, he's got more outs now. Aces, kings, queens, all working for him. Chino is going to have to run pretty pure on the turn and river to keep from doubling up Vexler. So far, so good, but more outs now. 13 of them. More than a quarter of the deck Vexler has in his favor. And somehow Ream dodges them all. Vexler is out of here in 4th place.
Raises with the ace-10. Scott Wellenbach is in the small blind. And he's got king-queen. With 10 bigs, I think I know what's going to happen.
James, we're going to the racetrack. And Chino Ream has a bit of a head start.
Hole in.
Scott Wellenbach shoves. Strelitz in the big blind has ace-3 off. He folds. Chino Reem calls, putting the Dean at risk.
Ace-10 versus king
We
queen.
have ace-10. He has king-queen, all in.
King, queen. And that's ace-10. What? King, queen. Ace-10.
Well and back with live cards, but if ace-high holds, we're heads up in the PCA main event.
You can hear how excitedly Daniel Strelitz relaying to his rail what their hands are, because this hand's worth $300,000 for him.
He's so stupid.
That's the difference between second and third place. A huge swing for Daniel Strelitz,
Ace-10, king,
and an
queen.
even bigger one for Wellenbach, who needs to win here with King Queen to stay in the hunt for that 1.567 million US dollars.
The flop is king high. Wellenbach takes the lead, now an 87% favorite to double up.
6-9 or a
3
jack
outs is 3 outs.
will give Chino some straight opportunities, but an ace is what he wants to see on the turn.
That gives Chino additional outs. In addition to the
Ace is
2
good,
aces left in the deck, queens and
Ace is
nines are
still
working
good.
for him.
And can anyone stop Chino Reem?
Seemingly not, because there's a 9 on the river, which sends Scott Wellenbach to the rail in 3rd place. The Dean is done.
On the 21 big blinds, wouldn't be surprised to see Strelitz just shove this in. Not a hand you necessarily want to induce with.
All in.
I call.
He shoves in a quick call from Chino Reem, who's got pocket
Ace-deuce versus
fives.
We have 5s. He
I
has
have
ace-deuce.
ace-deuce. He has 5s.
We have 5.
Chino is a 2-1 favorite to win the PCA main event right here.
3-4-10. That's in your little wizard Chinese fucking.
I want to see it.
Or is this going to be the beginning of the
see it. Good luck,
Strelitz
man.
comeback?
Two.
5-5. No, we gotta get the Nobu by 8. We don't got time to wait. Sorry.
The flop is King Jack 10.
More outs now for Strelitz, a queen or an ace. He will take the lead.
5 still ahead with 2 cards to come. No additional outs for Strelitz. He needs an ace or a queen on the river. Chino Reem on the verge of victory. The river is a 10 and it's over. Chino Reem has dominated this final table from start to finish, and he takes down the PCA 2019 main event, winning more than $1.5 million.
Impressive performance here from the seasoned veteran. Another 7-figure score. Pretty incredible tournament career.
What is that?
Nine something, yeah.
Daniel Strelitz cashes out for nearly $1 million.
I did.
Appropriate reaction.
I told you you'd be here, bro. I told you.
The main event is over. There's just one thing left to do here inside Atlantis, and that's to present the main event trophy.